Hey everybody, this is Scott Bowman, the creator behind ideaBRICKworks. I'm really looking forward to this. Today I am going to do a time-lapse build of the Ferrari 488 GTE. I'm excited about this. This is kind of in the Technic style, not the full bore like the Porsche or the Bugatti or the Lamborghini, but it's more like the RSR Porsche. So I thought I would do a little introduction before I do the time lapse, maybe show you what's in the box. The first thing is the box is kind of a new style. It's much more artistic. It is really, I think, targeted towards AFOLs, adult fans of LEGO. It does show, like I just noticed, it's got the registration from Ferrari. Really nice box art, both with the real car. Now this is the version that runs in IMSA, and I am associated with the SRO America series, which is World Challenge, which runs what is a GT3. So this is that same spec, a few changes in the rules or differences in the rules. So I'm really looking forward to this. So let's at least open it up, see what it looks like inside. A newer kind of LEGO has been doing this more recently, where the boxes are much more full. They were kind of known for large boxes with the parts in it, and I think both from a sustainability and a less cost, they now are much more fitted to the size of the actual content. So quite a few bags. Some I think these are bespoke wheels that would just be for the Ferrari. I'm sure they'll show up on other things, but it'll be interesting to see. A envelope within the envelope. Okay, I was expecting a fairly complex sticker sheet because of the racing type thing with lots of livery information from all the sponsors. So that'll be interesting to see. Very nice book. This will be more of a collector series instructions. I don't save all instructions, but I think I do for these kinds of kits. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's protective. No, this is looking good, so I'm excited to start building, and I'll let you watch the process. Okay, so this was bags 1 and 2 that I did yesterday, so I kind of ran out of light, at least for the video, so I'm going to continue today with the other bags. Thought I might give you a touch in. Some interesting things. I think it's really a fun build so far. I really like the way it's assembled. It's got the nice V8 mid-engined. It's got good suspension. I love the steering, and the steering rack is a very interesting build. So far, no new parts that I can see. I love that they used helicopter blades for part of the under tray of the car. The under trays on these GT3s are incredibly important to create downforce for their cornering speed. So they tend to be, if not horsepower balanced, they are performance balanced. And So having a better aerodynamic tool to tune in a race car like this is really, really important. Ferrari's always been very, very good at that. I got out, just so that a little bit of comparison, I got out the Porsche that is kind of in that same spirit. I'm pretty sure the same price range as well. Of course, I'm somewhat, what do I say, preferential to Porsches, just because I love the brand. And I own a Porsche, so I love that. So far, very comparable. I think there were a few new parts here that have obviously carried over and will become useful in the Ferrari. The size is going to be very similar. I really like this assembly. It's not quite as complex or involved as the original orange Porsche, but it's fun to build, and it really represents the passion I have for GT racing in general, and I think that it's fun to build that way. So I think I said this in my review of the Porsche, that to me this really, really harkens back to my days as a young guy building plastic models. You have instructions. It takes some skill to put together in the right way. You end up with something that's really fun to see, and reminds you as you look at it of the build process, so that what you enjoyed about it, without necessarily the glue, the paint, all the things that come along with a plastic model. Although I still really enjoy seeing what other people do with plastic modeling and scale modeling. I still have a soft spot in my heart for that. So let's build the next two bags. Okay, there you have it. The Ferrari 488 GTE. The LEGO kit. What's the number? 42125. 1,677 parts. Give it 2 thumbs up. It is a very, very good kit. I did find a couple of new to me pieces. I did not, since I was doing the time lapse, I couldn't take a picture, but there's a new Technic kind of fender piece that allows you to bridge a couple of, it's not that one, is it? Yeah, no. Allows you to bridge a couple other of the fenders. Overall, it's a good build. It does have the doors that function. The other new piece that I saw was this fender flare is new to me. I don't know if it's new this year or new to this set. This particular set is full of pretty complex interactions. In other words, as you're building, you will assemble something, but it's not fully slipped in. And then when you put something together, all of a sudden you're going back and applying pressure and in completing a connection. It's going to be tough to ever take this thing apart. just because of you're really going to have to disassemble it almost in the order that you assembled it. Not that I plan on doing that. A couple of critiques I might have of it. I don't like this area very much. I've seen some other people agree with that this isn't very good. I'm not loving this particular area either. Now, I'd have to look at the real car, and I plan on doing a little bit of that to see if there would be a better way to close that area up. From a positive note, I think the nose is very good. I love the headlights. In fact, I love them a lot better than the Porsche's headlights. The dashboard, the control panel, the computer, everything inside is really nice. I like that a lot. I wish it had a full floor. It's just a little, as you look at it, you're seeing through it, basically. The engine's a little more appropriate to the Ferrari than it was to the Porsche, mostly because they've got the engine positioned in the Porsche like it's mid-engined as well, and it's not. It's really a rear-engine car. Overall, though, I love building it. I think I'm going to keep it. It's got a little more elegant diffuser exit for the under tray. Again, I think I said that in the kind of the mid construction. I love the helicopter blades as being a part of it. It really is fun. It's got a lot of aspects to it that I enjoyed, and I think it's worth the time and effort to build this car. So again, I'll put it up with the Porsche. I've got to say, I'm still a Porsche fan. While I am, obviously, I still like Ferrari as well, but in a head-to-head, I'm going to give it to the Porsche. Oh, one other thing I did think, and I think this is a critique for the Porsche as well. I think both of these cars are a little too high. I wish that they were down. One of the control methods that sanctioning bodies use on these GT cars is ride height and rake. In other words, that difference, how much the front might be lower than the back. They do that because it affects the ground effects. It affects the way the under tray works. And I just think these are too high. And I looked a little bit, you probably saw in the time lapse where I had it turned over and I was looking at it. There are a couple places where I might be able to add a Technic piece to basically hold the suspension a little higher. Right now it's kind of the springs of the shock absorbers hold it down. But like I said, I think both of these could benefit from being a little lower. Maybe a little more in the front than the back. But again, I think they would look a little more realistic that way. So other than that, I give it a thumbs up, and I think both of these are very worth being in your collection, especially if you're a car nut, racing nut like I am. If you're a Ferrari fan, obviously you've got to have this one. The stickers I think are very appropriate for this car and for the series that it runs in, the IMSA in this case. So again, I give it a 2 thumbs up, and I'm really glad that I got it, and I'm glad that I built it. Look forward to some more content. I've got a couple of new kits coming out, so make sure and look at my Etsy store. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. And other than that, I look forward to the next build. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like. To learn more about what ideaBRICKworks does, make sure and subscribe to this channel.